Hey everybody, welcome to Saving Greens Homestead. My name is Keisha, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos, I welcome you. Today I wanted to bring you guys out here and share with you some of the varieties of plants that I have growing in these beds here. But before we do that, I want to show you guys some of the things that I've been working on in the front yard. So that you can see that I'm still working on stuff. I am so sad right now. Yesterday we had high winds, gusts up to 30 miles per hour come through, and it broke my monster radish. It broke all the stems on it off like that. Some of them are still attached, and I think the plant will live, but yeah, I'm gonna have to take all of those off, and it's just gonna look like a stump for a little while. This was gonna be my showstopper for the garden tour that I'm doing, and well, it's not gonna be that. I guess it'll still be, because that root ball on that radish is huge. But oh well, pretty sad. I had to get rid of this chard because, as you can see, it's flowering and it's really tall and it's blocking the sprinklers. To save any seed from this because I have plenty of seed, so I'm picking them out. So this is the last time you'll see this like this, because I'm about to chop out a whole bunch of these plants. I'm gonna leave the cabbage and some of the other broccoli heads that I haven't harvested and eaten yet, but all the ones that I've already done, they're all coming out, so I can replace it and put something else and start growing something else here. Here we go. All of that came out of here, and this is what this looks like now. All cleared out. It's interesting that I still have some cabbages that are small that didn't grow big because, or broccolis, whichever ones they are, that didn't grow big because of the other ones were big. So there's some growth stuff in there. I just don't know if I can get out cabbage or broccoli. And there's a couple of them down here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with those, but I'll figure it out. This one's just now putting on a head. So everything back here is coming along. I have not had a chance to get to this bed yet and plant it, but it's the last one of the arch garden here, the arch part of my garden here that I have not done yet. All the rest of these are planted, and I am gonna still add more stuff to them. I wanna add peppers. I was waiting for the corn to come up, which you can see. The corn has come up, and so I want to add peppers to this and beans, and so now that's what I'm going to be working on in the next few days. But just like with tomato row, I shared with you guys the varieties of tomatoes that I'm growing. This guy, he's starting to curl his leaves. But as you can see, he's a blue creamberry. I don't know why he's starting to curl his leaves like that. I'm hoping that he gets over whatever is messing with him. Now, I did pull out This one is a black strawberry. The original one, this is a second plant that I put in here. The original one, the leaves curled like that. Just like how those are curled, just like that other one is curled. But when I pulled that one out, I wish I would have got it on video. There was a grub, you know, those white, big, thick, C-shaped grubs. It was eating the roots of it, and it barely had any roots left. And so I'm thinking that could be what's going on with this one down here. I'm scared to dig him up though. I don't want to disturb him. So hopefully if it is a grub or something eating him up, he'll be able to weather that attack. But as you can see, I have melons that are growing in here. I planted nasturtium. That one over there is dying. I have to replace him. I always have backups for everything that I plant. These are cucumbers. This one is a black cherry tomato. So in all these beds in the arch garden, it's only gonna be cherry tomatoes, all cherries. And so far I have, let me see, it's 21 cherry tomatoes planted in these beds. This one I believe is red centiflora. You kind of see him down there. I've got more cucumber that came up over here. I planted gourds in here and pole beans, but they haven't come up yet. More nasturtiums, more melons. And then this one is a roselle tomato. And then this one is cherry brandywine. And this one is sun sugar. I love sun sugar. Love it. So now, like I said, I just have to get my peppers and beans planted in here and some other flowers that I have. And then these beds will be complete. For those of you who are watching my video for one of my videos for the first time, I live in Southern California in the high desert. So it's a challenge with our weather conditions to get things right and to get it growing. So this one is Isis Candy, jelly bean, and I had some volunteers pop up. Like that's a volunteer, this is a volunteer, and I'm just gonna leave them. Midnight snack. That's my second most favorite cherry tomato. But anyways, I mentioned where I live because that's the reason why I planted corn in these beds. Usually people plant corn in the ground. I plant them in my beds, my raised beds, so that they could, well, number one, produce food for me, but two, produce shade for other plants that I'm gonna have growing in this bed. So it's a dual purpose for them. This one is Sweetie. And these tomato plants are growing like crazy. Those are those volunteer sunflowers. This one has gotten taller. It's getting big. This one is white cherry. No cucumber on this one yet. This one is sunrise bumblebee. And this one over here is Bosque blue bumblebee. Okay, so a funny story about that one. This plant, I noticed, I also planted a second one over here and I didn't realize it until later. And I'm like, oh shoot, I need to dig one out because I only want one of each. Oh, I just transplanted this zinnia here and he's not doing good. He looks all sad now. But this one is Sunray. I don't think that one's a true cherry. It might be like a plum or a salad size. But red pear. And I have a lot of volunteers popping up in here too. Evil olive. And champagne bubbles. This is another zinnia that I put in here. And then I have okra planted in here as well. And then indigo blue chocolate. And then gold nugget. That's another favorite of mine. And mocha cherry. So I have all those planted over here. And, I mean, it looks good as opposed to the rest of my yard. I just haven't had the chance to get to it all yet, but I am working on it. As you can see from the clips, I'm working on getting things set because I have a lot of things coming up. I have a garden tour coming up where I show off my garden, open my garden to the public and show it off and share with everybody my garden. So I have that coming up, and so I gotta make sure that I have everything looking nice. But anyways, you guys, I am gonna go so I can continue to do more work. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, God bless.